What's going on, guys? It is Welsh Dragon DSG here, and welcome back to another FIFA 17 career mode video. And today, guys, we got something a little different. Today, I'm going to be giving you my top teams in career mode for FIFA 17. I've done this in previous years, but I want you to go ahead, hit that like button, let me know your favourite team in career mode that you love to use. Let me know in the comments section below, and let's get on into the first one. It is Portsmouth, who are in League 2. This is a wide range of English League teams, just so you know, but they are in League 2 with some high expectations, such as domestic success, which is very, very critical, and one of the fallen giants, you can actually say. But the good thing with Portsmouth, in League 2, they've actually got quite a decent side. Chaplin up front at 63 rated, but one of the big ones, Roberts, at 68. They got quite a very nice average side, because there's players in here which have the same rating near enough as my Blackburn Rovers team, so it kind of proves that you're going to dominate League 2, and you're going to work your way up quite nicely. You have yourself quite a nice budget as well, and not too many targets other than domestic success. And here we are now, we're moving on to number 2, which is Sheffield United. Domestic success is very critical once again, but everything's quite low. That's a good thing with these sides in League 1 and League 2. A lot of their needs, really, essentially, are quite low other than in domestic success. But they have got quite a decent budget with actually a decent rated side. They are in League 1. We got a few 70 rated players popping out now, so you're going to be at the high end of the League 1 table. So you can, you know what, get yourself quite a lot of money in, win yourself quite a lot of games, and then be, you know what, we can use this side, save our money, do well financially, and then make our way up into the Premier League eventually. But anyway, let's move on to the Championship, which is the only team which I've actually picked out the Championship, which is Aston Villa, recently relegated from the Premier League. Critical domestic success, very low continental success, brand exposure needs to be high, financials and media, but the youth development on this side is quite a high priority, which is what you need to take in consideration with this team. A very good all-round level side at around 74, few 77 rated players in there as well, 75, 76. So you've got quite a decent team, and what you can do, you can meet the target of a youth development by just focusing on that essentially for the whole season. Because you have a decent side out there, you have a massive transfer budget as well, so you can put half your budget into youth development, and then you still sign 1 or 2 players which can actually dominate the Championship, and as well set yourself ready for the Premier League, which is what we're going to go on to now with the first Premier League side in this top career mode teams. Guys, let me know in the comment section below what team is your favourite in career mode on FIFA 17. This one is Bournemouth. The best thing with Bournemouth, they don't want anything from you whatsoever other than working on their financial credentials. They do have a £30 million budget, which is absolutely huge for a team, and they have quite a decent side as well when we have a quick look at this. You are going to be struggling for relegation or possibly lower end mid-table, if I'm truthfully honest. But you've got yourself a decent side. You've got Wilshire in here, who's on loan at 82 rated. And IB as well, 71. Some decent players in your lineup. But you've got quite a massive budget, and you don't need to win anything. So you can focus on your team for a few years and work on it and build up eventually. And then you start winning things, and you go off to an absolute cracker. Now let's move on to my next one, which to a lot of people might not surprise you. Middlesbrough, absolutely quality side in career mode this year, and also in real life, signing like Negredo and those type of players. But they got brand exposure, financial is quite a high priority, a less budget than Bournemouth, which is a bit of a shocker. But the good thing with this team is that they have a half decent side. Their forwards are actually sorted, but their midfield is kind of weak. But you have yourself kind of a nice budget to develop. So if you want to develop a side in the Premier League, but still remain challengeable in the Premier League, Middlesbrough is a team that you should really consider going, because you know what, you can think, you know what, I got this team now, we got quite a decent lineup, and if I want to change anything, you can. You don't have to wait around, and you can sign a few players because you got yourself a decent transfer budget. But one downside as well, even if you love that developing, you need to, let me tell you guys, focus on your financials. You need to make sure you meet at least 50%. You need to increase by a good couple of million before the end of the season. Anyway, moving on to Watford. One of my favourite teams in career mode. One of the best average teams you can actually go, I think. 4.5 star rating. £28.05 million for their transfer budget. Absolutely huge of a transfer budget. Very, very good side. Don't necessarily have to change anything whatsoever in this line. You could actually go out with this, and I think you could actually challenge quite well for a solid mid-table side finish. But also you've got the financial side of this thing. Its financials are quite high in this team, which is another issue. So the only problem that you will face is that you can't really sell anyone. You need to take consideration, we need to keep this player, we need to keep this player. But what you can do is buy a few younger players for their personal development, because this side is not brilliant, but you can sign younger players who can slot into the team and slowly play and get integrated into it. So you can be like, okay, we can actually sell this player now because we have a younger player. But now, guys, let's move on to the final one of my best teams in career mode. It is the one and only Crystal Palace, one of the underrated teams, I think, in career mode. 4.5-star rating, just like Watford. Low everything, low on everything other than domestic success and financial, which is no surprise. And a hefty near enough £32 million budget, and an absolute dynamite of a side in career mode. Look at this: Cabaye, MacArthur, Zaha, Townsend, Benteke up front as well, signed. That's the big thing. Dan will develop. Mandanda in goals. You've got such a good side. You can play around with it, essentially. You know what? We need a new cam. Let's buy one cam and spend all your money on one player, and then you don't have to worry about the rest of your team. A lot of times when you go a team in career mode, you have to think, okay, I need this player, I need this player, I need that player. In this one, you only really have to improve 1 or 2 positions, and that's it, and you fork out a good 20-odd million on each player, which is absolutely huge, guys. And that's the big thing. But guys, that's the end of this episode. It is the best teams in FIFA 17 career mode that you should consider going. Let me know in the comment section below who you go in your career modes. And don't forget to hit that like button and subscribe for plenty more FIFA 17 content. So guys, my name is Welsh and Yeshi. I'll check you out next time. Bye-bye.
I do it for the love, yes I do. So you don't care about the money, well yes it's true. And I'm so blessed to be fulfilling my destiny. All material things could mean less to me. Only thing I ever could need is a Sarah B sample with a dope ass beat. And get the mic check, all the levels right.